All right, what's up, GDQ? Last year I did Jedi Survivor, and so I'm back doing the first game in this series from Respawn Entertainment, Jedi Fallen Order. Last time this was at GDQ event was GDQ 2021 by Panache, and that one was really good, but it was an hour and 45 minutes, and as you can see, our estimate is significantly lower than that. So things have happened, routes have changed, and things like that, so we can jump right in here. And time's going to start when I load in and I'm able to start moving. But yeah, we're playing on PS5 unrestricted, and I'll get into why PS5 is faster than PC in a little bit. But excited to show this off. So 3, 2, 1, let's go. All right. So we're playing as Cal Kestis. He's a Jedi Padawan that survived the Order 66 Purge. He's been living and hiding here on Bracca for the last several years. So the game just kind of drops us off on another typical day on the job. But something's going to go wrong that's going to kick off our adventure. That wonky jump I just did was actually the first skip of the game. There's a cutscene tied to climbing the ledge, but not jumping up it. So we call those drop jumps, and we're going to be using that several times throughout the intro of the game. But I kind of like this. I've done it so many times, but I do really like the design of this intro section. It's kind of those third-person action games, how they slowly introduce you to the different traversal things you're going to be doing. Lots of rope swings and climbing and balance beams and slides and everyone's favorite crawl spaces.
Just passing through.
But we're going to get through this first couple minutes, hopefully pretty quickly here. Doing some more of those drop jumps and things like that.
I can just about taste the credit. It's gonna be a wild night tonight. Let's get this job done.
Do we have time for one quick donation?
Go for it.
We've already got some love coming in from your community. We had a $100 anonymous donation from Yoda going,
Excellent at speedrunning, your son is. Strong in the gaming, this young one is. Fast, his reflexes are.
from Mama Train.
Thank you, Mama.
Please, y'all, I need more practice with that. Make me say more things as Yoda, I'm begging you.
I told him do some Yoda and Jar Jar. I don't know if those were good for you, but we'll see.
The answer is always yes.
We got one more drop jump skip to go out of bounds here, so I'm gonna focus on that because it's basically a blind skip. I'm gonna try that again.
We have time for a couple more?
Hang on.
Sure. Come take a look.
All right. And I'm setting up a glitch. This is why we play on PS5. This is the first time this has ever been shown off at a GDQ event. It's a hardware-specific glitch that only works on the PS5. But all we're doing is suspending the game by opening another application. And when I go back into the game, it might take me a few tries. Come on. We'll try Twitch again. Come on. I can get this first try a lot of times, but it's not cooperating right now. Wait a second. Amazing. So game audio mutes, but cutscenes are sped up to next speed or more. I'll try to warn when cutscenes are coming up, because when there's multiple camera changes, it can simulate flashing images, but I think we have a warning on there. And I'm sure Twitch chat will be harassing the mods about, there's no game audio, but I promise we'll reboot the game in about 10 minutes after we get through all these unskippable cutscenes, what speedrunners love. But yeah, this is also in Miles Morales, Spider-Man Miles Morales. Different developer, different engine, so I'm not sure what exactly is happening in the background, how it's programmed the cutscenes with the SSD of the system or something like that, but love to hear a developer perspective on that. But this is our buddy Prof, and we're helping him by using the Force. We haven't used the Force in a long time. And the probe droid in the background actually spotted us and sent a Jedi sighting to the Empire. So we're already freaked out a bit. So we're like, I'm gonna go back to my house and lay low for a bit. On the way there, we have the little dream sequence in flashback. And the game always does this when we're relearning our Force abilities. So this is sort of solidifying us learning Force slow, but we're actually only doing one of these flashbacks because we have to. We're actually able to skip every other Force ability in the game. We've optimized the route so much that we're not going to be doing any other flashbacks. So we'll only see Jaro Tapal, our former master, one time here, and then we'll be moving on. Other than that, we can do another donation here while I get through this.
Well, I'm going to be honest with you, Z-Money. It's like a million voices are crying out and supporting MSF. We've got several donations coming in from first-time viewers. We have $15 from Lucky Tanuki supporting Doctors Without Borders, saying, hi from the crowd, long-time watcher, but first time joining in person. Can we all go, hi, Lucky Tanuki?
Cutscene warning.
Excited for all the runs tonight, and good luck to all the runners and their couches. We had a $25 donation from Kyleb. Hey y'all, longtime watcher, first-time attendee, and first-time volunteer. Shout out to everyone who has made me feel so welcomed in this community, and shout out to my girlfriend Ashna watching from home. Looking forward to a hype week. And a $123.45 donation from Doom God. Also saying, long-time watcher, first-time donation. Thank you all so much for your support. Do make sure, for all of you donating for the first time, make sure when you make that donation, you put it towards an incentive, such as the Wario Time incentive, open right now for Paper Mario Thousand Year Door, currently sitting at just under 70%. We are less than $8,000 away from hitting that incentive, but the Paper Mario run is coming up right after this one. So don't delay, share your passion, share your enthusiasm, tell me where you're coming from, tell me your favorite Star Wars moment. We love to hear it, we want to see it, but we can only see it if you get those donations in.
Thanks, Sonic. So I did a weird jump there. We call that a target lock jump, or a TLJ. Simply, we lock on an enemy, do a jump, and then another animation during that jump, we can get a nice big boost, and that allows us to skip over pretty much every single train car during this whole section. So we're basically going to be doing a lot of these TLJs and one more drop jump skip for like a mini out of bounds. But while we're doing that, you can keep rocking the donations on it.
Sure thing. We had a $100 donation from NJ Graham going,
Cal Kestis, a double jump he can do.
We have a $25 donation from RGB Listel. Wario now has an opinion going,
Use the Force, Z-Money. Defeat Waluigi, you must.
Amazing.
and a $50 donation from KurjiB. I've been looking forward to this run since it got announced. Fallen Order is a game that changed my life and how I started raising money for suicide prevention. Cal's story means so much to me, so getting to see the game being run and broken is so exciting. Good luck on the run, and don't let BD1 drive the forest clear no matter how much he wants. Thank you so much, KurjiB.
Awesome.
Do we have time for one more?
Go for it. More training.
I don't know how I'm going to do this one. We have a $5 donation from Darth Vader going,
Where is the game audio? Is it safe? Is it all right?
thank you so much. And please don't come after my family.
All right, got one more train car jump here. And we're going to technically still be on the train, but we skipped an animation that would cause it to shift downward, so it's going to look really weird. But eventually we will buffer photo mode to hit a cutscene trigger. Let's go now. There we go. All right. This is a fight we're supposed to lose anyway, so we switched to the hardest difficulty. We're gonna just take some hits, and woo, we're done. There's not going to be a lot of combat in this run. It's a lot of skipping things, so.
This is me fighting against my responsibilities.
All right, cutscene. All right, so during this cutscene, this is Seer and Grease. You're only going to be seeing flashes of them, but they also intercepted the Jedi sighting message and came to save us. Seer is a former Jedi that is tasking us with a new mission, so we're going to walk forward, interact with the space banjo, and then watch another cutscene. Let's go. But normally this would be like, the PC run wouldn't be starting this next planet Bogano until like 20 minutes into the run, so we're already saving a lot of time compared to that. But this is Bogano, that's the vault tower in the distance there, and Seer's telling us about. There's a Jedi holocron locked away in there that has Force-sensitive children locations locked away, and we need to prove ourselves worthy to get that. And a lot of the early routing was based around how do we get into that tower to unlock the final planet as soon as possible. But the latest route is manipulating that ship we traveled here on, the Mantis, and we're going to basically manipulate that system, how it loads planets, into tricking it to give us the final planet. So we've got to do a few things before we can do that glitch, one of which is getting some XP, and we're going to get a skill point. We're good to go now. We're going to get the dash strike ability, so we got to grab this invisible ledge here. Don't know why it's there, but it helps us out. We're going to get this meditation point here. Now we're going to get the dash strike ability. And dash strike is really powerful. It's what allows us to do several glitches as well as our new movement tech. So now we're going to be able to chain dash strike over and over again to become our fastest form of movement. It can also let us clip through things. So I'm going to try it right here. We call it pause buffer clip. Oh, I didn't mean to. Exactly. Yeah, there's a little cutscene trigger here that you can clip through. I went too far forward, that's all right. I just have to wait a second before I can move. There we go. But we'll get to try it several other times later in the run. But that's such a fun glitch. I wish it carried over into Survivor, but you can do it with the Neko tame creatures, but you can't do it as Cal. This is BD1. This is our droid companion. Yep. We can get stims from BD. BD also has the map, and certain cutscenes we can only watch if BD is with us, so that's why we got BD there. Let's see if we can do our pause buffer through here. But yeah, all I'm doing is a dash strike and then toggling something in the settings, like motion blur, and that usually lags the game just enough to clip me through. Let's try a dash flip. There we go. All right, so we're kind of working backwards here. If we went the normal route, we'd come up to a wall run and a tutorial on how we need to go unlock the wall run ability and backtrack. So we just clip through that door. We can just chain dash all the way up the hill here to the tower. And we need another planet to select on the ship in order to travel to it and activate the glitch. So BD's chasing up the hill. We're racing our way to the top. There's like a Help Me Obi-Wan style encrypted message BD has for us here from Eno Cordova. He's going to task us with getting the Jedi holocron, and that will unlock the Zepho planet to travel to.
Do we have some time for the community love coming in?
Go for it.
They are putting me through my paces. Might as well get the hardest one out of the way. We have a $100 donation from Alex and Dad. Had to donate during one of our favorite games. Host, please give us your best Chewbacca roar. Oh, here we go. I am nothing if not willing to try. If you want something to groan about, we have a $15 donation from Captain Snuggles. Say, Money Train, how do you eat dinner at a Jedi's house?
I don't know how.
Use the forks.
All right, well, that was the last cutscene we needed to watch so we can reboot the game, get a game audio back, because what is Star Wars without its beautiful sound effects and music? So
We had a $100 donation from Brendan Campbell during that going,
The game audio. It seems in your suspending the application, you killed it.
All right.
but we've got it back now.
You can calm down now, Twitch chat. It's back.
I mean, we have a $25 donation from Darth Sidious saying,
The PS5 menu is a pathway to many velocities some consider to be unnatural.
Very good. Keep it going. I got one more probably.
we have a $123.45 donation from Vendalis. Yoda saying,
7-6? Doctor's help we do.
you know what? Maybe it's for the best that he's not here anymore.
All right, so we're loaded back in, and now we're ready to do the main glitch of the game that will unlock the final planet for us. We're going to use this Ogdo enemy to do another TLJ to get around another cutscene. Come on, buddy. Don't stop. Let's go. There you go. Don't do that. Just follow me. There you go. Keep it coming. Oh, don't combat flips. There we go. So that just lets us avoid a cutscene that would be triggered after we watch the vault cutscene. But if you play the game casually, remember that this game kind of has a seamless design where you don't really have to sit through loading screens. You go in the ship, select a planet, and it loads in the background through hyperspace, and you eventually land on the next planet to travel to. And we are going to be manipulating that, stacking several glitches on top of it. One of which is a death warp, so we set a respawn point there, and we're going to take some hits to get our health just where we need it to be. And then we are going to do a death warp as the ship is flying away and traveling to Zepho. But to do that, we have to be in a glitched animation state. So we call this Big Iron. We cancel him putting the saber away with a couple inputs, and it stays ignited while on his hip. And this counts as a busy animation, so we're not able to actually interact with things. We can store the interaction, do the prompt, but we can't actually do anything for a few seconds. So we'll do the meditation spot and then the holo table on the ship. And this combination of things will let us choose a planet to travel to from outside of the ship. And this is where the first part of the magic happens of this glitch. So I'm going to interact with this guy. We'll go outside the ship, turn the saber off, and then walk through the air back to what we interacted with last. He's just going to stare at the ship for a while, and eventually he'll interact with the console in there from outside the ship.
This is such a mood.
He shakes his head sometimes a little bit. He's good. All right. So now you just got to void out a few times here.
Now do this one like Chewbacca.
All right, you could barely see the blue orb start to form around the ship that was about to go into hyperspace, and we interrupted that process, and the game's like, you interrupted me, what am I supposed to do? I'm going to put you back on Bogano where I think you should be. And during that process, the map data kind of gets busted, and all the planet triggers, even ones we haven't unlocked, are now active. And we just need Cal to pass through them physically on the map. And to do that, we're going to have to do a pretty insane glitch where we launch and slingshot Cal through the air, because it just so happens to be right above the ship. But we can't load the ship fully, or that will break the glitch. So I'm going to be focusing on this to hopefully get it. So he's there in the sky. We're going to try to buffer photo mode a couple times to hopefully send him through the planet trigger. You do get some weird, like, Mr. Fantastic, I don't know, Stretch Armstrong, nightmare fuel, basically.
Doctors Without Borders he needs.
Exactly. So I'm not sure exactly. I'm gonna have to probably try this a few times because the planet trigger is invisible. So I don't know exactly if I pass through it. So I'm gonna try this a couple more times, just so I'm a little bit more confident that he did, in fact, go through it. Because if we hit the loading trigger for the ship, we have to redo the whole Death Warp setup. My estimate is including a couple of attempts at this glitch. Come on, Cal.
Do we have time for a couple donations?
Yeah, go for it.
Sure. We had a $50 donation from Dr. Vader going,
May the borders be without you.
and on the other side, we had a $5 donation from Myris Simto going,
What is the internal temperature of a tauntaun? Lukewarm.
All right, well, this will give you something to cheer about. We had a $250 donation from Chrono. Yeah. Saying, I don't know what a Wario incentive is in Paper Mario, but I want to see it. Let's get that met. And one more thing, trans rights. Well, yes, let me elucidate very briefly for you, Chrono. So we have an incentive open right now called Wario Time for our next run after this, Paper Mario: The Thousand-Year Door. And the way that works is, if we meet the incentive during the course of the game, our runner, Sway, will stop playing Mario and instead play as Wario, or at the very least, dress up as Wario. But it's only valid during the run itself. We are less than $7,000 away from hitting that incentive. And like I mentioned, we're seeing a lot of Wario love in the donations, and I would like him to get some time in the spot. Oh my goodness. So that is what you are donating for. When you donate, make sure you put it towards incentive. We'd love to see that Wario Time incentive hit. Paper Mario is the next run on our schedule.
All right. I should have been more confident. I think I probably got out that first one, but we checked the map and it showed Fortress Inquisitorius on there, and that means we did pass through the trigger on the way back. So when we get back on the ship, there will be 3 planets now to select, and one of which is the final planet. So like magic, we're good to go. Pretty insane glitch. Probably closest this game is gonna ever get to like an Ace type similar glitch where we can just warp to the credits, but pretty insane, manipulating the memory of the game and stuff like that. But all we're gonna do now is go to the final planet. But we skipped a lot of the game. So on Kashyyyk, we would get the underwater rebreather item, and Nur, we actually start underwater. So there's gonna be some glitched swimming where I'm clipping out of this reef and eventually get out of bounds on top of the reef and do some dash strike chaining to get to the next section of there. But while I'm doing that, I'm gonna quit out and load in and start doing that, but you can keep rocking some donations, Sonic.
Absolutely. We have a $25 donation from Poe Dameron. Somehow, the game audio returned. We have, I apologize ahead of time, it's been a long time since I've heard these lyrics. We have a $10 donation from Dark77778 saying, look, if you want some Yoda practice, how about a Yoda song? Put this one towards the Wario incentive. Wah! And it goes, rockin' and rollin', down to the beach, Cal strolling, but the seagulls poking his head, not fun. I said, seagulls, stop it now.
Great.
Such a good song. Such a good song. We have time for a couple more?
Yeah, keep rocking them.
Yeah. We've got lots of love coming in for that Wario Time incentive. $25 from Poe supporting Doctors Without Borders. We must let Wario have the high ground. $100 from Salted Oil. Wario's not a bad guy. He's just misunderstood. And a $250 donation from Belinda Bird saying, it's a Wario time. Fantastic. Keep getting those donations in. Keep getting that love in. Whatever it is you want to share. If it's passion for a cool trick that happened during this run, if it's for something you're looking forward to, we love to hear it. Your passion is part of what makes all of this support possible.
Keep going.
Keep going?
Yeah.
Absolutely. We've got $50 from Polarity, $50 to help Wario find the legendary treasure. And of course, $50 towards MSF. Thank you so much, Polarity. $10 from Foxgaze Grimoire. Good morning, GDQ. I hope you all get good RNG today and hit all your frame-perfect tricks on the first try. Have a great day. Thank you very much, Foxgaze Grimoire, and thank you for joining us. And we also had a $500 donation from Kenners with the comment, "Hey." Hey you, thank you so much for that support. You are doing such good work for Doctors Without Borders MSF. Oh, we had a $50 donation from Dana.
Long-time watcher I am. Donate for the first time, I do not. Up the good work you keep, and trans rights you support.
Yoda says trans rights, it's official, I don't make the rules. Time for one more?
Let me explain.
Sure, go for it.
I'm about to do a skip. It's pretty scary, but we should be fine. It's the only skip we can hit with the photo mode camera physically, so I'm going to be hopefully landing on top of this door frame perfectly, and I'm going to load in the next section hopefully here. It's right there. All right. But that skips a whole side section of NER that we normally have to be doing. And now we're just going to clip into this elevator to reach the final arena.
Turbo left. Might be your ticket out of here.
With it being unrestricted, we don't actually have to fight the final boss. We just have to clip into the arena and then back out, and the end escape sequence loads in. So we're going to do our pause buffer clips to get in there and then back out. And we have a couple more scary skips, but hopefully we can get through them pretty quickly here. Let's not go over. There we go. But yeah, you can do one more donation while I'm setting up for that.
We have a $25 donation towards Doctors Without Borders from Haxian Brood. Good afternoon, Cal Kestis. We are reaching out to you about Stinger Mantis's extended warranty. Please forward us your location so that our customer representatives can come out and meet you. Responding to this message also enters you in to win a tour of our facility. We look forward to hearing from you, Ovo Adnan, Haxian Brood Customer Engagement Officer. Yes, thank you. Thank you for that donation.
Trying to do the dash flip PVC here. It's basically frame perfect. Right before Cal's foot hits the ground. There we go. Thank you, thank you. Now we're going to switch to 30 FPS to clip through the middle of the door. It's a big door. We switch to 30 FPS and just kind of get pushed through there. And we can switch back to 60. Once that loads in the ceiling, we're good to go. Now with the escape sequence has loaded in. I'm gonna clip back out though. This third one's a little bit tricky sometimes. There you go. Oh, no. Come on, Cal. There we go. All right, this is the final scary skip. I'm gonna focus on this. All right, we're good.
None of this is glitched. He's just using the Force. This is all canon, right?
Yeah, that was the final wall run of the game. For longest time, we thought we had to still get wall run because of that. final section, but one of the other runners, Speed Idol, found that if you just grab that ledge, scoot around the side, when it transitions to the ramp, you can just get launched up over the top. And that was Vader. He was chasing us out. And once we get to the top at the end of the hallway, Vader's going to be magically waiting for us. And when we stab Vader, that will be time. But that was basically the run. Thanks so much, GDQ, for having me. Happy to come back. And we've got an awesome Discord community for this game, as well as Jedi Survivor. If this isn't quite your cup of tea on a speedrun, we also have 100%, so you can see everything the game has to offer, as well as all bosses, where we play the game on the hardest difficulty and fight through all the bosses there. All right. And that is time. Yeah, that was Fallen Order. Yeah, you can follow my Twitch and YouTube channels, where I do a lot of Star Wars stuff, or I'm doing a lot of obscure, like, hidden gem PS1 and PS2 type games as well, so if that is interesting to you, follow me there. Other than that, thanks for having me.